Hi friends, in this video let me explain how you can automatically copy a file when it is created or modified from one library to another using Power Automate. So let us move on to the solution. So you can see, as you can see, it is very simple flow which has only two actions. The first is the triggering action. So when a file is created or modified, properties only. There is no need to use the content action. Okay, so we just need only the properties. So using this trigger, whenever a file is created or modified, this will trigger it. So I have configured the source address, the source library, and if you want to have a specific folder name, you can configure it. And the next action is copy file. So it is very straightforward. Just source address, the identifier. Identifier is the encoded file address from the output of the trigger action. Okay. Next is the destination site address and the destination library, and you can also configure whether you have to copy to the subfolder or not. So you can just mention the full path. And the last is the action. So there are three types of actions. One is when the file is already there in the destination library with the same name, what you would like to perform. Whether to copy with the new name or to terminate the workflow or replace. So I have chosen as replace. So whenever there is a file which already exists in the destination library, the source file will override the destination file. Okay. Let me show you the source and the destination library. So this is the source library. I have only one file, and this is the destination library, so which I have only one file. Okay, so let me test it. I'll trigger the workflow manually. So I'll upload a file. So once I have chosen the file, so it is uploaded, and now my flow should trigger. So it started running. So it already got the properties. Now it is trying to copy the file. So meanwhile, okay, so I think it's done. So let me go to the destination library, and you can see the file is already copied. So here I just want to discuss a few limitations on this copy file. So this copy file is a very simple action. The main limitation is it can copy only the latest version. So if there is a multiple version, the copy file action will always copy the latest version and then put it in the destination library. And there is a limitation on the trigger action too. So this trigger action will be fired only on the configured folder. So for example, here I have just configured the library name. I haven't configured any folder. So it will fire only if the files are uploaded to the root folder. So if I have created one folder here, and then if I have started uploading a file to the subfolder, the flow will not be triggered because that is a trigger limitation. So whenever the file is uploaded inside the root folder or the configurable folder, then the trigger will be executed. So these are all the limitations of this triggers and action. Now we can see how we can copy files from a source library where required checkout functionality is enabled. Usually when there is a checkout functionality enabled in the document library, while copying the file, if there is any missing metadata, the flow should throw error. So in order to avoid that, we need to check the property whether it is already checked out or not. So if it is not checked out, then we should be able to copy the file. So I have just changed the flow to include one condition where I am just checking the is checked out property is false or not. If it is false, then copy the files. If it is not false, then just terminate the flow. So let us see it in action. So I have already enabled the source library with checkout functionality. So you can see here, so the required document to be checked out is set it as true. Now let us go and then test the flow. So I'll just select it manually and we will try to upload the files. So I have just uploaded the file and the flow is triggered, but if you see the condition, it is not executed. The condition returns false, so the flow is automatically terminated. And if you see the destination library, there won't be any files copied. So now, if I check in this file, before that, let me start the test process again. I'm just going to check in. Just click check in. So now the flow should trigger and the copy file action should be executed and the file from the source library should be transferred to the destination library. Now it is executed. Now the copy file action is executed, and if you see the destination library, it should have the file. So basically implementing the condition will help the users to avoid unnecessary transformation, unnecessary duplication of files. For example, if a file has to be checked in and all the metadata has to be in place before duplicating the file, then the condition has to be implemented. And there is one way we can avoid the unnecessary flow execution. So here in this flow, I have just checked the condition inside the flow. So whenever the file is uploaded, whenever it is in checked out or checked in state, each and every time the flow will execute. And in case if you are using the daily free transaction means, and if you are using the library heavily, then the 2000 transaction may get filled up easily. So in order to avoid that, there is a concept called triggering conditions in flow, which will allow the users to specify a condition to check before the flow can be executed or not. So let me add the triggering condition. So just click on the ellipsis symbol and choose the settings and make sure this array property is enabled, and on the bottom below add the triggering condition. Let me copy the triggering condition. So basically you have to use the conditional operators at equals. I am just checking whether the trigger body of is checked out is false. So only if it is false, then execute the flow. If it is true, then don't execute the flow. So just click on done, save the flow. So let us test it out. I'll just upload a document. So now the document is uploaded and it is in checked out state. And if you see here, still it is not executed because we have implemented the triggering condition. So the triggering condition will work in a way such that only if the condition is satisfied, it will allow the flow to execute. So implementing the triggering condition will reduce your flow transaction and the flow run count. So now if I check in the file, so now I have checked in the file and see the flow started executing because the checked in condition satisfies. So now the flow is executed and successfully the file is copied to the destination. This is how you can make use of the triggers and the copy file actions to copy files from one document library to another document library, and you can also implement your business conditions between the triggers and the actions, and make sure you implement the triggering condition so that there won't be any unnecessary execution of your flow. Thank you. Thanks for watching.